welcome to Train Symbiotic. Just to check everyone can hear me okay. Look like there's audio coming out. And a lot of fellows, as there's a lot of you already. So, starting at the top, hiya Alex, hiya Anthony, hiya Cole, hiya Peter, hiya Tom, hiya Andy. And I think that's everyone. And hi to anyone else I missed. So how is everyone today? I know I'm slightly transparent. I didn't think of what colour t-shirts I was wearing today. And I don't know why the camera's trying to be out of focus. Anyone else I missed? Hi, Dewey Hall. Wrong account. Too many computers, too many buttons to press. So how is everyone doing today? Add as moderator, standard moderator. So Dewey, you're a moderator, so you can go and promote your channel. I'm joining the club of trying to get rid of spammers as soon as they appear. So we have used 45 minutes of a 9-hour challenge. So let me press this button, and the baseboard's working. The baseboard have stayed together well, and I've been doing some shopping and some playing. So this is one of my logos. This is one of my wagons. It's a coronation wagon. And this is my other this is my other logo I bought for this project. But it does currently have a little problem. If you look at just there, it's missing a crank pin. So I've contacted Batman and they said, send it back and they'll have a repair for me. So today is planning for track and starting on the landform. So I've got bits on here for this project. So first of all, cork track bed. I have had this for ages. We have a miss there. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. So track plan. I know tool layout is. I don't really run British Steam because that's not my era, but I do have a couple of Steams which I run on my main layout. Okay, so this is for track bed. Then we've got some track. I can pick some more up, but both of these are 009 track or HOE, but you've got the main line and the straggly edge. So I'm using both here because there isn't really much difference. And in different places I can use different tracks. So in for lesser used places I can use that one. What to tell it's up to being to work to the look. Oh, that's good. Getting stuff done on your garden railway. So this is the straight track. Got 3 pieces at the moment. Got another piece somewhere. So that's another thing. Then we got to scenery mat. Did I miss somebody? Yeah, that cork is going to be fun to keep flat. I don't have a spare plug socket. There's always a chance of hot glue. So this is a scenery mat which will be used in part of this layout. These are quite interesting. They are alignment pins, so that when we go into the next section of the layout, everything will align. Then if you saw my teaser earlier, these are the fish plates. So I'm showing you these now. The other ones you'll see on Saturday. These are some more of alignment pins. And this is the track. All of it is electric frog, which means I need plastic fish plates and wiring. So I'll need to connect. I get confused with these. So that bit is electric. Let's have a look. Oh, I might not actually need to. Or do I? I need to work these out later. So these are electric frog points. I might see how well they work without any modification. So for the first thing, you're going to use point motors. I am going to use point motors. Yes. Don't have points like that. Aha, instruction manuals. I'll look at them some other time. Also, yeah, definitely, yeah, 2 insulated rail joints, and I think that that's about it. So I put my multimeter in for other thing. Yeah, I know. So, all of these are going to have point motors. The layout is going to be DCC and block detection, so that I can have this as a 1-man layout or a 2-man layout, or even a 3-man layout. So some bits of the designing. This will be going there like that. This, I need enough space for this train, which is going to be my longest one, to be able to pass the past that point. I'm then going to have that point there like that, and that leading off like that, which then go and give us, did I miss a point? No, I did buy 5 points. So that then mean train can come in there, or there, leave its wagons, and then go to the front. And then this one is going to go about there, I think. But looking at this, that's a bit close to the back. I haven't been invited to any exhibitions yet, so if anyone wants to invite me, this part of it will be done for the beginning of September. So I'm thinking I might actually move this forward a bit. Hi, SJ Dunstan, good to have you there. So if I do something a bit like this, I could potentially add another point in. So I want to be able to play with this out of the box, as I say. So if I move this like this, making sure I can fit him on for an end there. This then gives us the ability of train coming offside along through along, which would mean I can have another train stored here. I can have that couple of sidings there. So this is looking like quite a nice design. This also means I can have some interesting designs on it. So we can put this mat just here. And it means I can hide point motors in there, in there, in there. So I need some rod in there. So that then means I can put some nice formwork around here. So something I saw yesterday, not quite sure if it's on their website yet. And next week we got to unboxing. Hopefully I didn't press anything there. Let's go to this keyboard. WWC Nick. Their website is having problem at the moment. So I'm not sure if I have put it here or if it's just on their social media. It might be on news. So they have announced a competition to create a bit of a Welsh scene. I'm not going to enter the competition because I came up with this a bit too early. But the idea is to put a bit of a Welsh scene in. I ordered some stuff from them because I had points to use up. And I'm thinking in this corner here, which isn't really on camera at the moment, I'm going to have a little quarry. So let's go and do some clever stuff. Yeah, I'm completely useless at competitions. So what I'm going to do is mark a distance from the back seam. And I'm going to go 14 centimetres. I'm making an assumption, which you should never make, that this is actually true. Hiya Andy, good to have you there. So I'm working on the basis that the back is straight. So mark along there. And then use a tape measure, as I can't remember where I'm about to put my steel ruler. And that's the line that the track's going to go on. So track's going to be this side. So something a bit like that. So I can mark out roughly where about this piece of track will go. So marked out piece of track. And then it means when I remember what I've done with this, we can roughly mark these two. So I actually needed to go slightly back a bit, back a lot. So then we can mark where about this goes. And then mark where about this one's going. So we can now work out for scenery. Now, biscuits of the week will be around past. So I now know I want to hide point motors in the scenery. So options are, I can either have a high bank, I have it underneath there, or I have these as buildings, or stuff that need restoring. So I reckon potentially if I raise this bit up, I can have, let me quickly go and grab something. Just grabbing something from the train room. Talk among yourself. So I can grab this model here and hope that there's enough space for it. So now that doesn't really work. So this was a model I thought. I'm going to try another model. So I'm looking for something that will fill it quite nicely, look correct, but easy to access everything beneath it. So this one should be quite nice. So I can raise it, there'll be a use for it. I never thought I would have a use for it. So it's this model here. So if I go and put it like that, I know we'll be showing the back of it, and then raise it like that. That's the point motors taken out. Or I could go like that, so that the front is looking out. That would make sense. I have it on a board so it's slightly risen. Yeah, low relief is another idea. I think this round shackle could look quite nice there. So I don't have a camera. Let's see if I can take a quick photo. Make sure I don't have anything on my phone. So take that photo. Then quickly go across to the computer. I do have more cameras, I just didn't think about needing a third one. So if I go on to this one, I hope that it's upload itself in a second. Nope, quickly email, actually. So that's what it looked like, which I think could be quite a interesting thing if I raise it about 3 centimeters off the ground. So If that bit is raised, I can then have bits of tarmac or something underneath it. Then I can put a little, use a Hornby little point motor just there. And I'm not quite sure what's going to go there. So we're getting for points sorted out. So let's go, and what's time? Only 20 past. Let me go and grab some cardboard. So what I'll need to do is put a frame in here. I can take it down to a road about here and then have a wall around like that. So always worth keeping spare cardboard. That's going to cover 2 point motors because it's going to have card underneath it. So have a wall coming up there and then just have it raised above. So hopefully once I have cut some of this out, we can see if it will work. So that should be a good little riser. Cut out another side for the back. So we want to be able to see what it's going to look like with a raised height. And a good sheet is to put to bend in. So I know that I've got 14 centimetres there, so that's just there. And those biscuit puns, nobody have got it yet. So that goes there like that. That goes like that. I'll go and take another photo. So I will need to trim that board, but that does look quite good like that. So I think I need to press a button and then we can actually start building the subframe for this section. So it's that one there. I'll bring that to the front. Biscuit of the week. What's a biscuit? Take a guess. So I need to press a button. Kit Kat, everybody. I'll send a guess. Garibaldi's. I was thinking about Garibaldi's, but it's a controversial one. It's tea cakes, which is marshmallow with chocolate and biscuits at the bottom. And these are slush puppy ones. It's true it's actually a biscuit. Have I already done tea cakes? No, we did Jaffa cakes. They are biscuits. As it's marshmallow, chocolate, and biscuit at the bottom. And a good way to get chocolate on your points. You do not want chocolate on your points. some marshmallow and biscuits. But because it's tin cakes, you can't have one, you've got to have more than one. Yeah, that's why I got to the glass of iced tea. So, I'm liking the look of this. I need to lower that side, and I need to cut this back a tad. And enjoy the biscuit. No, it's biscuit. I will agree for other ones without the biscuits at the bottom aren't biscuits. So with the biscuit done, let's go and work on the structure. So, need to cut like that. I like corrugated card because you have a line you can cut down. And you can't go too far wrong. Unless you're me. Yeah, I agree, Anthony. We've only had one civil war. You have had one more war than us. So, that's like that. Use a bent form to create that bit. Have I missed someone? And time to get some glue out. So, hi, Marcher Junction. Good to have you there. So, bit glue on here. I most probably would be better out. What was I going to say? I can't remember. Yeah, all of this will have a surface on top. I would have been better getting the hot glue out today. I got to be Yorkshire tea. So yeah, hold this in place for a moment till it glues. I could use a bit of super glue. What do you think about me using super glue? Okay, we only had, yeah, we have had 3 other wars, but only one official civil war. The rest of the time we were just having little skirmishes. Okay, I really need to start using a hot glue for some of this. Next you will be drinking Lipton's and calling it tea. Well, this is Lipton's iced tea, but nah, got to be, if it's tea, it got to be in a bag. Yeah, that's just a good point. So yeah. Okay, so if I cut that there, I can then have that coming out undone yet again. I wasn't expecting to be... Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be doing, building a lamb farm today. So, I'm going to build the frame and then cut the hole for the point motors afterwards, as this is going to need quite a bit of work on it. And I definitely need the hot glue gun. Hot glue is always your friend. Ah, definitely. So that on that line like that. Actually, might be better if I use a flat side. Yeah, Anthony, you also forget that French are our best friends. They're part of us. We just lost control of them. Okay, so that's get placed there, and it's still too big. That will go like that. And let's take another photo so that you can see what I can see. I got to get the third camera up, and I'll sort that out during the week. So that's what it's looking like now. And that looked quite good. I think I need some sort of wall along there. It's surprising how quickly this have came along. So if I mark underneath there like that, and I can't see a line, that's on me. Cheers. So we just trim that down a tad more. That's looking better. Put that on there like that. Put a train like that. And take another photo. Stick that up. And that looked pretty good. So what I need to do is cut a hole in there big enough for me to get my mitts in. I think next week we'll be having to install some point motors. Yeah, this is... It's amazing how quickly something can appear. So The question is, am I going to go right to the back like that, or am I going to go to the front? As the story could be that this is the old mill he used to get the that used to do the deliveries to the train, and that's the reason that the track exists here. So that's, I know it's basic, I know it needs hot glue. That now leads us to the next section. One thing I'm trying to achieve is that the railway is just there. It's not the main part of the layout. So that's the next board. So I reckon, yeah, it is quite a bit higher than the track. But also remember, we've got the track bed to go in and the track. So let's put a piece of track down and see what it looked like with that. And use this to represent the track bed. Definitely not how you look after your trains. Doing that. That's the wrong thing. So that's a bit higher up and it looked a bit better. As there's always a question of what was made in that mill. So as I feel like at the section everyone, is it scones? Is it jam then cream or cream then jam? The rest were like, we know how to make. So yeah, not, there is a bit of a hill there, but nothing too bad. So I want to bring this bit down to a lower level. So I'm going to grab the box again and cut some more shapes. We agree butter first. So what do people think of what do people think of Sunday's video? As that was a place I found quite interesting. Hey, at least everybody distracted from my tea cakes now. Okay, so that I'll cut down a slopey kind of angle. It was a place I didn't know about, and I thought it could be interesting. I know I had audio problems. I know that it was a bit shaky camera work, but I found it quite an interesting place. I definitely didn't go on a holiday to Jersey. and then post Facebook things like just saw a nice crumpet, or some lovely French tarts about, or French fancies or anything like that. Definitely not my kind of thing. As there's some lovely lovely bakeries in Jersey. Okay, so let's do some more gluing. So stick that like that. Need to trim that a bit. Bit of glue underneath. And then that goes in there like that, or something like that. Cheers. I never experienced coal mining or what went with it. I'm too young, but it's something I found quite interesting. I said to the organisers that it was like I walked into whereabouts I just walked out of. Okay, so another bit of cardboard. So, like that, I reckon. Yeah, it was like somebody just walked out of a place. Very interesting. And I want to go out there again and take my drone. So that looked quite good like that. So, next photo. Move the glue out. So that's what it's looking like now. Try to get it in focus. So my thoughts are, I'm not quite, I think that looked much better towards the back than the front. So I have a road or path coming along. Then have slate walls along there. Why did I just say that? That's going to give me more work. Then plaster this all. I need to put the point motors in before I plaster it. Then that's all for high bits. Unless I want to put this in a cutting. That could be quite interesting thoughts. Let's cut some more cardboard. So bend the sides again. Yeah, going to have the point motors in before I do it. But what if you need to replace the point motors? I'm planning to cut a hole in there so that I can access them. So a second bit like that and put that into a valley. That looked quite nice. Yeah, slight wall along the track side. Okay, I'm going to quickly press some buttons. If I go to if we go on to this, so zoom out. So this is what it's looking like, which will give me exactly what I want of a railway being a part of the scenery. It then means we have a wall along there and a natural break. So I think I need to make another structure next week and then lay the track bed, but I think we're doing pretty well with this. So as I don't have a spare camera, we'll be calling this 10 minutes early. So what do people think about this? Yeah, I like the idea of a removable wall. So yeah, so we then have the mine there, and then the road coming up there. This all start to make sense. Yeah, I should have enough. I might need to make that smaller. So I'm going to leave it there with that in shot. So I'm going to leave it there. I don't have any shows planned this week, but there is a Buxton large scale show, and I don't know what else. But Saturday we're going to have a garden railway video. For the last 3 days I've been building our garden railway. I got 2 loops up, so Saturday 7 o'clock you'll get to see what's happening in the garden railway. So I'm going to leave us all there. Thank you very much, Richard.